All right, Dieter, we're back again. Nice to see you.
Good to see you as always.
So today we're here to talk about some of the cognitive services that exist in Power BI. By the way, I'm Charles Nordine, and this is Dieter Nuebauer.
I'm Dieter Nuebauer.
He's one of our lead data scientists, and as I said, we're going to be talking about the Power BI and the cognitive data services. So to start off, can you tell me a little bit about what those are?
Sure.
How they fit into the Power BI ecosystem?
Cognitive services is part of Microsoft's full stack, and they have part of that is now embedded into Power BI. So what you can use is the service in Power BI to get what you need out for machine learning.
Okay. So I understand there's three different parts of this. Can you talk me what those are?
Yeah, sure. There's in Power BI is for the cognitive services. There are three components: the text analytics, vision or images, and of course the open ML, auto ML, or machine learning pieces for that, which you can use for that.
And that uses the Azure ML.
Azure ML, right. So when you're using, we're talking about that with Power BI, you can use it by itself as a cognitive service or embedded into Power BI. Connect to it and you're ready to go.
Okay. So talk me through the text analytics. Like, what are some of the use cases we could potentially do with
people
that?
always say, well, that's great. What can I use it with? Text analytics can be used with emails for responses from any kind of social media, blog posts. Any structured or unstructured data can be used. And you can bring it into Power BI, analyze the content to say, hey, is this something I should be looking at? Or could it be used for other purposes? So.
Okay. So I understood, like, we could use that on email, as you mentioned. Yep. We could use it on blog posts, potentially.
Any structured or unstructured text data. Images from medical, from release summaries, from doctor's notes, anything.
Okay. And one example we were thinking about ahead of the meeting was, if you're trying to get, let's say if we're all on social media, this is what we're doing right now. So you could point maybe the Power BI at the output of user response to your social media posts, or you could have it listen on an email inbox where you're getting your customer feedback, and I understand you can segregate that data, like, hey, these are the customers that are happy, these are the customers that might be unhappy, and then you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but delve into why.
Exactly what you can do is you can save that time of going every day, opening up your email box and looking through all the messages, saying, should I, maybe. It'll automatically tell you what emails to look for. The negative ones, positive. So.
And I understand part of the tech services, too, is you can have it look for keywords, too. So specific products, maybe, using the email inbox again. You could potentially categorize. Is that correct?
Again, for any text whatsoever. You can look for keywords and look for a sentiment or identify or flag those emails that have those words in them.
Yeah. So then you started talking about the images, too. So tell me about that. So how does that work?
So images, you can use classification with that, or anomaly detection. So if you've got a repository of images you need to go through, you can run it through this ML process. It'll either identify and flag them, saying these are all buildings, these are all plants, or you can spot anomalies. For instance, this item looks out of place.
Power BI can now beat Google CAPTCHA.
Oh yeah, almost exactly. Yep.
So we were talking, we have this rise of AI-generated images. Let's say
like Midjourney and all the other things go with that. Yeah.
I was thinking this might be a helpful tool for some of our customers potentially if you're ingesting some of those, or if you want to maybe filter those out. If you're actually looking for real user submissions,
you could actually split it up to say these are not part of the category I'm looking for, or some section. So it's very powerful.
And some of the more I was thinking also some of the more naughty use cases, if you're taking data in, or you want to filter out potentially violent data or data depicting crime.
True, right. You could target those images, and then exclude them from the image category.
Yeah. And then the last topic, or the last component, I understand that's in the cognitive services, is that auto ML, that Azure ML that you talked about.
And I really see that's where the benefit is. These are great tools. The text analyzer and the images are great, and they work with, but this really is the gateway into the auto ML, Microsoft's automatic machine learning. It allows anybody with anybody's skill, very little, to be an ML expert. And through Power BI, you can read or intake models and use them, or build your own.
And this is something you and I talked about. You can spend a lot of time and money building these Azure models, But you get to the end of it, it's like, what do you do with it?
What benefit can you get from it, right? You spend all this time and money on building this perfect model, right? Trained it. What do you do with it?
So an example, a couple examples that we had thought of was, for instance, maybe you have a diagnosis. You're in the healthcare industry, you get a diagnosis, and one thing you're trying to figure out is this diagnosis and this patient potentially going to be a high-cost claimant? Do they need to educate them? And if you have models that tell you that, you can potentially pull it into your Power BI report. You can segment them by geographic area, by age, sex, whatever. And then you may have different programs that you do for those particular people. Like, this is how we help them decrease the healthcare costs, reduce the overall spend.
Right. And you can use any one of the available models or build your own and use that against your own data. Bring it in Power BI, ingest it in, feed it into the model, and you get your results back. And it helps you make decisions better and faster.
So the term operationalize, that's what I felt this could potentially do to your machine learning models.
And really time saving. If you come down to, if you're spending time every day looking through text files, images, whatever, you can cut the time down by the ML will highlight what's important to you, not give you all the answers, but say, hey, look at this, rather than going through everything.
Yeah, we talked, classically, data analytics is all about making better decision with data and making informed decisions. So this is another tool, I think, in the toolbox where it allows Power BI as a platform to speed up the decision-making of your organization or of your problem space.
That's really what it comes down to. It doesn't make decisions for you. It helps you make them better and faster. So.
Dieter, very good. Thank you again today. Nice to see you.
As always. Thanks.